Oh, perfect. Let me have that. You're like giving me a run for my money. Huh? I said you're giving me a run for your money for my money with that big camera next to my little.
That's the way it is right there. I started off with an iPhone. I did a short film that got an award with an iPhone. So you're good.
1, 2. Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, that was back because hang out with us. Peace and blessings, family. I'd like to just say welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us on this day of remembrance. And I know today was not an easy day for people to come out because it's chilly and sometimes it feels better in the house, watching TV, laying in the bed. But you know what? We're here, we're standing for those who lost their children to gun violence. Their sons, their daughters, and I was just looking at the list. I'm not going to say how many. I'll let Orisa tell you that. But it's pages, 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 pages. One mic, family. I'm going to ask y'all to have one mic, family. Terry, one mic over there, okay? I know. It wasn't your lips moving. It was your ears hearing. I love you. So we gather today to pay remembrance. This is not who's first online, none of that. This is bringing remembrance and honor to the families who lost loved ones to gun violence. I want to thank the 28th Precinct for being present. Thank you, Brother Green. We always appreciate you. Thank you, and thank you to each and every pure violence site that's here. Save. Thank you. Thank you, Jackie, Harlem Mother Save. And then those that may not be pure violence, but are doing anti-violence work in one way or another. Thank you, Warm, for being present. Thank you, Brother Rice, for being present. You're going to open us up with a prayer. And then thank you to all of the young people. I see street corners rolling thick today. I didn't know all of them was coming out. They were off. So I'm happy to have them. I see Warm has, don't you have some young people? Yes, some young people here from Warm, and a few other sites. Save has some young people. So we're just glad when our young people show up, and whatever the numbers are. So I'm going to ask Brother Rice.
Yeah, excuse me.
Brother Rice. Okay, no, that's good. So that gives me a moment to say that we plan a hard stop at 4. And so people want to speak, but this is really not a speaking engagement. So I want to make that clear. So those that are speaking have 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes. Okay, so we don't like to take the mic, but we will. It's cold out here, and we want to be responsible to the folks who are out here. We are here to uplift those we lost from gun violence. All right, with that, I ask Brother Rice to open us up with a prayer.
Praise the Lord, everybody. Come on, can we clap it up for the crisis management that we see out here? This is a real good look for the community. The community is coming out to stand with crisis management to let them know that we appreciate them. Crisis management is very important for the city of New York. These are the ones that go out day in and day out trying to make sure that the families is safe and to make sure their kids get home safe. So thank you, crisis management. Thank you, Street Corner Resources. Thank you, East Harlem Save. Thank you, Harlem Mother Save. Thank you, not another mother have to bury a child. Is I said that correctly? She said it's good. Thank you, Street Warm. Everybody that fights against violence. We appreciate y'all, and you need to hear that from me. So right now I'm just gonna say a short prayer, and we want y'all to know, continue to stand with crisis management, because today is an important day, the day of remembrance. So Heavenly Father, we bless you, we thank you, Lord God. We thank you because you are a faithful God. You are a caring God. You are a forgiving God. You are a loving God. And you loved us all so much that you gathered us together today to pay our respects to those that lost their life to senseless violence. And we thank you for the Holy Spirit. We thank you for our ancestors. We thank you for the Muslim community, the Christian community. We thank you for the drummers that came out today to let the spirit be right. We thank you for the Creator. The Creator is all names. And we thank you for that spirit that is present. So right now, as I open up and the speakers come behind me, we ask the spirit of the Creator to work through them to touch those that's here. We don't want to see another mother and father bury no more kids. So right now, we thank you, God, for crisis management throughout the city of New York, throughout Brooklyn, throughout Harlem, throughout Manhattan, throughout Staten Island, throughout Queens. Lord, you know they out there trying to protect the city. We need their hands. They the ones that made the mistakes and turned their life around to give back to those that used to be them. We thank you for the leadership of each and every organization Lord, we thank you. Have your way. Protect each and every one of them from seen and unseen danger. And we ask you this in the Creator name. Amen. Everybody clap it up. Clap it up.
Thank you, Chaplain Rice. Truly grateful for you on the many responses that we had just last week. We had a mass shooting. I don't know if people know that. Some of these things happen when people are home and sleep. Street Corner Resources Speak Peace Forward team responded. 5 people shot, 1 dead, 1 clinging to life, and the other 3 are doing okay. That was just last week. So thank you, Chaplain Rice, for being present and making the phone calls to make sure that we knew what was going on in this city. So I just want to say thank you to Chaplain Rice. Our next speaker, we asked that because this is about uplifting and embracing and remembering those that we lost. And so we asked to not open with political officials. We'd rather let them listen. So there's no disrespect because we voted for them. No disrespect, but there's times when listening is the better thing. And so we chose to have a parent give her voice in remembering those we lost to gun violence. Becky.
Aisha said everybody got it, so I got it too, whatever. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
I stand here in solitude with not another child, Street Corner Resources, especially Harlem Mothers and Fathers Saved, which I am a member of, as I too lost my child to gun violence, to celebrate the cities across America for the Day of Remembrance, which is today. All I'm asking the parents that are out here is to please do not be friends with your children. You have to check their clothing, their people they hang out with. We are losing our children every day, but we need to stay focused on what's going on this year. Mine was gone for 10 years. How long is it going to take for this violence to end? Peace and love, everybody.
Thank you, Becky. 10 years. 10 years. And I know it's probably feeling like yesterday. We love you. We stand with you. We're right here. Just so that folks will know, Street Corner Resources, and I'm sure the other organizations, Omar, do you all have a counselor as well on site? So we have counselors on site, so if there's ever anyone that needs to talk, because losing a loved one is not an easy thing, that you can reach us. I think our information's on the truck behind you. It's also on the van, and we have some information on the table. So you all can feel free to contact us in regards to counseling. Warm has a counselor, Stephanie. So, okay, and Orisa, not another child. Excellent. So, okay, great. I remember there was a time we didn't have counselors. So the good thing is we have them. So the next person to give words is our brother Omar from SAVE, East Harlem SAVE, doing the work on the east side, holding it down, lifting it up, trying to stop this violence. We appreciate you, Omar.
Thank you, thank you. You ready? Let's give it up for ourselves. Today is stand here. It's National Remembrance Day, Day of Remembrance, right? What I want you all to know, what you may not know, is as we stand here today, we also have our partners from the crisis management system standing in their respective boroughs doing this same thing that we're doing today. So this is major right here. I didn't really come here to speak, as I told my sister Big O, but I really came here to support the families, support the mothers, the friends of those that has lost, loved ones to gun violence. I just was talking to a sister that I just met, and she was just telling me how she lost a family member and Rice did the funeral. And again, you know, I'm here to just support. I want to say, Sister is going to share the numbers with us as far as the victims that we lost in Manhattan this year. We got some work to do. Our numbers are actually lower than last year, which is a great thing, but we have to continue this work. This work does not stop, and it takes all of us. We know the saying, it takes a village to stop this gun violence. When Sister Aisha announced Green from the 2-8, I'm glad to see him here. This person that's gonna come up and speak after me, my brother, I'm glad to see him here. And that just shows that we need unity. It doesn't matter who you working with, like we all share the same purpose, and that's to stop gun violence. With this violence, we have to unify in order for it to work and come together. So again, I'm here to just support, and I'm happy and honored to be here for this day.
Thank you, Brother Omar. Long time in this work. We was all trying to figure it out, trying to keep these kids from killing each other. Late night phone calls. The work is being done. The work is being done. We're doing the best we can, but we need you. So I just need to say that. We need you. We need each and every person that's here, especially young people. Don't become a fight promoter on your brother's or sister's life. So I want you to stand in a place that's courageous and not put up the cell phone that starts the fight, that records it and sharing it to thousands of people, that make the person feel inadequate and not needed and not wanted, and to pick up a gun and take 5 seconds on the trigger to get 25 years. We're not doing that. Somebody say we're not doing that.
We're not doing that.
We're not doing that.
We're not doing that.
Okay, so I thank you. Our next speaker is my brother. I've known Courtney for a long time, and actually way back when some of this work not really first started, because they had already started, but early on in this work. So I want to bring up Courtney Bennett. He's now working with the district attorney's office. They've been doing some fabulous things. I think this is the first time ever that I could say that we have a great district attorney. He's no joke. He ain't playing. You know, he's the one that looked back and said there were people incarcerated that didn't need to be there, and they had these faulty officers, you know, officers who had lied on people and stuff, and he got them released. Those people are released. And a whole host of other things that it takes, that's right, that it takes to be courageous as a black man, as the district attorney. So I stand with Alvin Bragg. I stand with him, and I don't hesitate to say that. It's the first time I ever said that. So Courtney, it's a blessing to have you come and speak words and represent the office. So thank you too for your work as the community liaison. I hope I got your title right. Now, come on now, get it right, Aisha. Director of the Harlem office. So Courtney is here when we need support. And when we want to do something, actually, he pulled the permit for this. And we chose to be over here only because we didn't want to be in the wind tunnel. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We outside. We outside. So, yes, you already know. So thank you, Courtney. With that, I'm going to give you the mic. Thank you.
Thank you, Aisha, and thank you all of the CMS programs, Cure Violence programs. You've been doing this work for a long time. And before there was a Cure Violence and a CMS, there was Aisha, Reverend Vernon Williams, A.T. Mitchell, and others who were already in the street trying to stop the violence and the gun violence. And these organizations that are out here now, you are the warriors of the village. On behalf of District Attorney Alvin Bragg, I want to thank all the organizations that are out here. I want to especially thank Harlem Mothers Save. They're not a CMS program, but they are led by a woman who lost 2 sons to gun violence. And she is the one that really pushed everybody to recognize that we have to organize, not just in the streets, but on the government level. CMS is a government-funded program. District Attorney Alvin Bragg, over the last 2 years, has brought down shootings and homicides by 38%. And that comes from partnerships with organizations of people like Jackie and Orisa and Goso and Aisha and Street Corner Resources. Give yourselves a round of applause because you out here and continue to spread the word. And remember that there is a connection between gun violence and domestic violence. And thank you, Stephanie, for making sure that we acknowledge the importance of our domestic disputes and how they often lead to our gun violence disputes. So I need more brothers to step up. We can't defend the village if we're only leaving our women, our powerful women, but we've got to stand and be their shield. So brothers, I'm asking you to ask your brothers to step up. On behalf of DA Alvin Bragg, District Attorney's Office, I want to wish everybody a Happy New Year. We're right in here on the 7th floor. We also have a counseling unit. Any problem you have, just come see us on the 7th floor. Courtney Bennett, Director of the Harlem office. Thank you.
Thank you, Courtney. We truly appreciate you. Thank you. Next is next up, I'm not sure if I know this person, but we're always glad to add to the family. We put a little more water in the Kool-Aid, a little extra bread in the meatloaf, and everybody eat. Y'all don't know about that. All right, I come from a family of 5. We made it stretch. So with that, I introduce Omar Thompson. Welcome to the family. Harlem Renaissance is the organization, correct? Thank you. I'm going to let you have some words here.
How y'all doing? Y'all good? Y'all good? How you guys doing? Omar Thompson, the founder of New Harlem Renaissance. I'm also a comedian. I want to thank everyone at Cure Violence Sites for having us to be part of this work. We're new to the work, but we're not new to Harlem. We've been in Harlem for decades. I'm 4th generation Harlem, so this is what we do. I want to thank all our youth that came out tonight, all our youth that came out and support what we do and keep the work going. Give a round of applause to all the youth in the building, y'all. Give a round of applause, y'all. Come on, I need more, come on, y'all. Despite these challenges we have this year, I think we can do better. We will do better this year. We have a lot of great organizations here that do the work, and we want to continue to do the work this year and next year and years to come. I just want to say, Harlem is a proud place, It's right here where this all started at. So let's continue to come together, do the work, stop the violence, put the guns down, and support one another. Thank you.
Thank you.
So next I want to bring up Stephanie McGraw. I remember when she started WARM. I remember when she said on one rainy night she wanted to start this organization. And here it is. You remember that little walk in the rain? Yeah, we were talking about... That's right, I do. Still got it. Ain't no shame in my game. And you had your hoopty. I love when they say they remember I had a shopping cart. Check us now. Mobile unit, 2 vehicles, 4 spaces. That's how God works. It ain't mine. Right. It's for the community. It's for the community. I never forget. But I want to say, Stephanie, step up and give some words.
Thank you. Good evening, good afternoon, everyone. I wouldn't want to be. My name is Stephanie McGraw. I'm the founder and CEO of WARM, and WARM stands for We All Really Matter. We are the critical response team in Manhattan, Brooklyn, and in the Bronx. We're up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Mike call and say, Stephanie, we got a victim of domestic violence in Harlem Hospital. That's what we do. We're so honored to be here. We have Shanice right here. She was gunned down by domestic violence. We have Asia Johnson, who was gunned down by domestic violence. We have Brittany Duffrey, who was gunned down by domestic violence. And there's countless other, but we couldn't bring them all out here. But we want to stand with the crisis management team. We want to stand with Street Corner Resources. We want to stand with Harlem Mother Save. We want to stand with Not Another Child. We want to stand with our new brother in the mix, Renaissance. We want to stand with A.T. Mitchell, the gun czar, who was appointed by Mayor Adams to do this work, because if we don't come back in our community and start coming and denouncing and making spaces and places for our people to heal, it's not going to happen. So that's why we're here today. We're here to remember. This is a city across America, a city across the 5 boroughs, and remembering those who lost their lives to gun violence. You know, we got the holidays, but for some people, it could be the holidays. So let's remember them during these holidays. Let's lift them up during these holidays. As we go into a new year, let's make a vow to come into our community to denounce domestic violence and gun violence and support one another, because if this is the village. We cannot do it by ourselves. Thank you so much. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everyone. Thank you.
Stephanie, I guess maybe towards the end, everybody can give a contact number. Okay, because we are streaming live. Okay, so bring us one of each card, somebody, when you get a chance, so that we make sure.
Our center is right down the block. We have a fully wraparound services. We're on 126 and 5th. If you need to contact us, you can call 917-736-1046. We are a critical response team here to offer you services at the drop of the dime. We don't wait. We go in and we get women and children out to safety.
Thank you. Thank you, Stephanie. We appreciate you. Next up, we'd like to have some words from my dear sister, Jackie Rowe Adams. We've been in this work a long time together, Jackie. A long time. And we saw a lot. That's right. And so I appreciate you. You know, when I think of all these people that died, after she showed me how many pages of names that we're going to call off, it's like, it's unbelievable. So I keep thinking about that. My mind keeps going back to that. I'm grateful to have you here, so I'm going to ask you to say a few words.
Hello, Harlem. Hello, Harlem. I'm scared to take my mask off because I don't want to catch another cold. But just let me say this. I am very proud of all of you. All the organizations and the new organizations that is here, that have started, that have popped up in the communities because they see the need. I hope they see the need, because one of the things I tell people, and anybody that know me, if you ain't serious, don't come out here talking about I got an organization and we got all these kids and ain't doing nothing, because we've been on the grind for a long time. I lost my 2 kids. The first one, 41 years ago. And it seemed just like yesterday. I lost my second son 21 years ago. And it seemed like yesterday. And that's why I'm able to start an organization with so many of us called Harlem Mothers and Fathers Save. But I want to say, where's Reese? I want to say to Arissa Napa, 18 years ago, I met Arissa Napa. She was a little teenager. And we talked, and I found out later on she lost her son. And that's how we started. So that's when people get up here, this ain't no joke. This ain't no joke. So take it serious. Losing your family members and all these guns, put these guns down. Put these guns down. I met Stephanie with domestic violence, and Aisha and I, we started when nobody else was around talking about guns. So that's why I say, anybody coming out here, let's keep the mission. And the mission is what? Saving lives. The mission mission is saving lives. We don't want you to be out here because you want money. Because you don't get money like that. It's about saving lives. And the ones that's getting money is using it wisely so far.
Right.
And that's how I feel about it. Again, I'm so glad to be here. I'm glad that A.T. Mitchell, which is citywide, what is he, Gunsaw? Gunsaw, I'm glad that with Aisha and my girl Reese, that they put this together, and we need to do more of this, and this is the end of the year, and God bless y'all. Thank you, NYPD. Harlem mothers and fathers do not do anything without NYPD. So let's do what? Let's stop the violence. Stop the violence. Stop the violence. Stop the violence. And thank you for saying, we're saved. I got used to him now, because first I thought he was playing. But you know what? He doing the work. He doing the work. Because I was watching him too. I was checking him out, Isha. I checked him out, baby. That's right. Yes, I do. Okay, God bless y'all, and Happy New Year, and Happy Kwanzaa.
Thank you, Jackie. So, I didn't say anything about Street Corner Resources, so I'll be quick with that. Street Corner Resources is a 501c3 non-for-profit. The focus of our work is to help eliminate gun and gang violence, but also enhance young people's lives by offering them resources. We have a music studio. We have a space where we'll have our media center after the first week in January. And then we have a whole host of classes that go on with our young people, including drumming. Our drum teacher is right there, Zen. And we have a whole host of activities that our young people are involved in terms of museums and just kind of moving outside off the block, seeing the city. And sometimes that can change the dynamic for that young person to go somewhere different besides just being on the block. Right now we have about 60 young people on a regular basis, whether they're in college. We have some that are in college, and then we have probably about 45 young people on site on a daily basis. So when people say, who got kids? We got kids. And we like to keep them close to us, so we pay them to show up. We pay them to show up. We pay them to show up. And so I'm talking to the social media that's out here. Anybody who has this kind of program should have young people. You can't have a program where you say you're stopping violence and you have no young people connected to it. They are the messengers. They are the change makers. They are the ones that can go and make change. Believe me, they can, because we see it. You can take the same kid who thought he could be a shooter, turn around and be the one that stands up and uses his voice against violence. So we believe in our young people, even when they can't see it, and sometimes we can't see it. We just believe anyway until things begin to change. So we're gonna do the reading. Oh yes, definitely, Jackie. And I should also say, because we're proud, there was a time we actually had no money, no nothing. So I just want, I know Stephanie had mentioned her support groups that they run. So we also run support groups for our young people. We'll be moving into a new mental wellness space, and we'll be able to offer more services in that space that's connected to mental health. And that's all I'll say about it for right now. But if anyone needs support, they can come 151 145th Street, or you can just Google Street Corner Resources, our address, and everything will come up, and you are welcome to come to our space and get support and help, okay?
Thank you. That's one of the things I was going to say, and I'm glad that Aisha mentioned that. But I want to just say, when the murders take place, and that's what they are, murders. It's no, my child died. No, your child got murdered. When they take place, and ceasefire and Street Corner Resources and Not Another Child and Save go out, and the families are hurting and crying because their child or family member got murdered, that's when Harlem mothers and fathers come in. We're mothers and fathers who've lost kids and know the pain If you did not experience, you don't know the pain. You got the idea. And I don't want you to know the pain. But what I say is, Harlem Mothers say we know the pain, we give you hope, we give you support, we have a doctor on site every meeting. Arisa Napa will tell you about, she have a great support group too. And I want to say before I end, it's very important because the parents is hurting and they need support. They need support too. So after they referred to us some of the hurt and pain, and after you see their counselor, Harlem Mothers and Fathers is the best counselor. It's the best counselors because it's about 50 to 100 of us strong that could sit around the table and tell a story. But Arisa Napa, she have a great support group. When I met her, she was a teenager. Now she's a full grown. And I said to her, Arisa, I see you being the leader. And she is a leader, and it's going to get better. Thank you, Isha.
Thank you, Jackie. Miss Jackie, who said, Aisha, don't expect me to say a lot. We both had the same cold. And so if you don't hear my voice as strong as you usually do, I'm all right. It's because I haven't been well for a while. So, but the energy, the fire is still there. The fire ain't gone. I'm just doing a push-up right now. That's right. Sometimes you gotta rest, especially in this work. So we're here to remember those that we lost to gun violence. And I know, Arisa, you have the list. Okay, sure.
Well, I guess I'm the one that Jackie keeps referring to that's fully grown up now. That I was a young lady when she met me. But it's beautiful to grow in this work and to grow up around people whose intentions are pure and their work is pure. And so although I came into this work in a tainted situation when my son was murdered in 2006, I stand here today having peace. And that is why I can smile today as we remember other loved ones and keeping them in prayer, keeping their families in prayer, and knowing that the journey is going to be rough. The experience of waking up every day knowing that this loved one is no longer here is an experience that we don't want anyone else to go through. Not even you, sir. Not even you. But today, grateful to A.T. Mitchell, the New York City gun czar. Yes. Let's give him a hand. Yes. In his absence. Also the founder and CEO of Man Up Incorporated, one of the greatest works in this New York City, Tri-City area. And his vision for this. It is nothing like survivors knowing that they are not forgotten about. That after the loved one has been buried, after you are in the midst of your grieving and mourning, that you still are not forgotten about. So we are grateful for today as we stand across this city and read names of those that have transitioned and been murdered this year. And so Not Another Child, the organization that I started in memory of my son 17 years ago. We have grown, and I am so grateful today to see the work of survivor-led organizations such as myself, Jackie Rowe Adams, Carolyn Dixon in Queens. Where do we go from here? How we're being more and more embraced by this work. We may not be Cure Violence organizations, running out doing that, but we offer a continuum of service. Our service never stops. Never stops. And so that is what we're here for. Not Another Child, we are citywide. Trauma has no boundaries. And so healing has no boundaries. And so wherever we are called, we are definitely there to support as much as possible. And so in this unified effort this year. Last year we were at where were we last year? We were at Barclays Center last year. We were at Barclays Center. But I'm grateful for this year so that every city and every borough can experience the fact that your loved one has not been forgotten. Let me ask this, is it anyone here that we may have missed that we may be calling your loved one's name this year? You can feel free to come. Yes.
Or when we're calling out the names, when we get at the end of the list, you hear us finish at the end of the list, call your loved one's name out.
Is it?
We want that vibration.
Is it any other organization that's here that we did not pay homage to or recognize? Come on, sis. Come on. I want you to read one of these. Do you have anyone, Stephanie, that you want to read names? Okay, all right. And so,
Say the name of your organization. Right. Oh, I see the face.
Rich Roots,
I see
okay.
the face. Yes.
Coach Rock, Rich Roots. Welcome, brother. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being present.
Did you want to say something about your organization and access? But it's about resources.
Come on, Coach Rich.
Let's go, bro.
That helps keep our kids in culture. We need you.
Peace, everyone. Peace. My name is Coach Rock. I'm the CEO and founder for Rich Roots Foundation. I engage our youth and our young men every single day with my brothers. Whether we're in the same foundation or not, we always collab, save, street corners, right? Exodus. But we find many different things, right, to get brothers in the building, whether it be basketball, boxing, right, studio, whatever it is to get them off the corner, right? And that's when we start to pour into them, because a lot of them is just really looking for acceptance, right? Looking for a second home, right? Looking for some type of, we all going through identity crisis, right? Even us as 30 years old, we still trying to find ourselves as men. But I can only imagine, right, in this time and age, being 16, 17 years old, trying to find yourself with all these different influences, right? We didn't have that little magic box in our hand when we was our age, right? It was just the people in front of that building or in the house. That phone has put y'all in a whole nother world with how many people can influence y'all on a daily basis, right? So our work is really hard when it comes to that, but we out here every single day, right? Taking somebody's son away because you angry or because you have been tricked into believing that was your enemy, right? It's only ignorance if you're not being taught differently, right? But you got people out here standing out here in the cold, man, trying to show y'all, man, it's a better way than that, right? So if you still choose to do that, right, it gotta be something really dark inside you, man, that you gotta really start to like battle with, man, because it's not that serious, man, right? We all trying to get out of here, man. Nobody want to wake up in the conditions we all live in, right? But we can get out if we come together like this right now. If everybody put $10 in a pot right now, what you think we can do with all this money right here? Right that fast, right? If we come together, we can get things done faster. But if you just keep running around with your $10, we're gonna be here forever, right? And that's my piece, y'all. Thank y'all.
See, we needed to hear that. We needed to know what he's doing. And everybody out here is a resource. Everybody out here is a resource. You can pull that one young person you see every day with that sad look in their eye and say, come on, let's go grab a sandwich, or how you doing today? You know, so let's use the opportunity to reach back, reach out, and touch some young people. All right, so we ready to call names?
So the statistics, well, our children are in a place where they can't feel the cold.
That's right. Say that. Say it.
Our children are in a place where they can't feel the cold. So pardon us. Pardon us. Please don't take me there today. Pardon us. So our U.S. homicides in 2023, because of the work of the CMSs, I'll say, across the nation, have gone down. And we all know that one life lost is one life too many.
That's right.
But I do want to thank the CMS organizations that go into these communities with no gun, no badge, no vest, or anything, and constantly interrupt violence. So New York City, on last year, we were at 429 homicides. As of today, we are at 380 homicides. And that has been a decrease of 11%. While it may not sound like much, it is more mothers this year that are not here crying. And so we are grateful for that. Yeah, that's citywide. That's citywide. And so the local statistics also for this year, Brooklyn did have the most homicides. Following after was the Bronx. Harlem came in at 37, and then it was Queens and Staten Island. So is there anyone that would like to read a portion of the list? I think that having others participate and reading the names of some of them, it really affects in a different way. So we're gonna start lining up. Those that have lists, come on, Peggy, come on, y'all. Those that have lists, Courtney, okay, yep, I got you. We're gonna read the citywide names, and then we are going to end with the Manhattan and the Harlem names. Here's this.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Peggy Herrera. I am a family member of NAC, Not Another Child. First name I want to read is Tyreek Burrell, Anthony Rowe, Tyrone Bolden, Natati Boyd, Shirley Boyd, Nina Boykin, Tyleek Bradley, Jeffrey Howard Bumfer, Barbara Buttles, Christopher Tashawn Berg, Darren Porter, Jamari Johns, Azhia Johnson, Dacia Johnson, Shayla Johnson, Karen Russell, David L. Hamilton, John R. Middleton, and on July 2nd, 2022, Justin Bayerga, my little man. Bless the families.
Good afternoon. My name is Otissa Dillard. I'm a member of Harlem Mother Save. Good evening. Good afternoon, rather. Winston Chi. Nelson Ortiz. Kareem Irving. Jacqueline Wilson. Bogala Mardi. Shaquille Dunbar. Rolando Blanco Durante. Ethel Gomez. Floridon Mavlanova. Gotti Janti. Lawrence Augustin. Anwar Ambrista. Vladimir Mathurin. Chinua Mode. Tikia Francis. Kelton McKenna. Money Perkins. And my only son of my two children, Victor Gibson Jr., my firstborn.
The reading of names of our ancestors is something that African people of African descent have done for thousands of years, and it brings energy and reminds their spirits that we love them, and they pour their spirit and energy on us. Rufus A. Middleton, Christopher Manley, Corey Manley, Calvin Lopez, Javier Lopez, Lucian Lopez, Stephen Estevez, Kwame Rogers, Dora Howell, Shamel Gordine, Damore Harrell, Bassam Katim, Rasheem Flanders, Destiny Vega, Jaheim Hamilton, Xavier Roberts, Tyrell Smith, and Joseph Valdez.
My name is Sister Aisha as well, and I'm a member of the WARM organization. The names I'm going to call is Rick Cucumber Badge, Gustavo Acevedo, Rosa Acevedo, Angelina Parker, Rashawn Hines, Sean Cooley, Christian Roman, Levon Gavallo, Jeremiah Desari, Philson Andrews, Billy Hipple, Devon New, Ethan Flowers, DeAndre Matthews, Jason Antifandos, Emmanuel Sorora, George Salvatore, Joshua Cushman, Talik, and Romel. Thank you.
Thank you, Aisha. We appreciate you. Marisa, anyone else? Okay, so I have this list. I have this one. Troy Evan, Darius Clark, Javon Jiminson, Claudia Quete, Siobhan Milling, Hamad Saidi, Trevor Sukmangal, Diana Sukram, Mark Dean, Jamie Robinson, Daphne Leary, Clarissa Burgos, Idrissa Sibi, Elijah Brazaban, Stephen Mussington, Reginald Thorney, Taiwan Stith, Martin Wright, and I stand in the place with a name that I don't know of a young man that lost life about 5 days ago. So I stand here for him as well.
My name is Makai Sharafon. I'm representing Not Another Child. I'll be reading these names. Lamel Murphy, Tyrone Johnson, Adid Fayaz, Jose Tosas, Craig Bassett, Dion Reed, Sean Myers, Wayne White, Azizer Ali, Lucas Ramik, Erickson Rivera, Jason Oliver, Cleveland Clay, Darrell Falera, Pernell Webster, Cody Toledo, Delvin Diaz, Tahina Hemans, and my cousin, Andrell Duran Napper, on August 7, 2006.
We're going to read the list from,
Good evening, everybody. My name is Tyrell McKinson. I'm representing Save East Harlem. The names I'm going to read is Amiri Hayes, Willie Zimmerman, Dennis Morgan, Jasmine Figueroa, Cameron Hall, King Williams, O'Dane Shaw, Shaheem Rogers, Kelson Fleary, Dewan Darian, Abdoulaye Ba, Terry Hooker, Javier Sanchez, Muhammad Malik, Imani Sharpless, Salvador Martinez, Cal Ford, and Robert Dunn.
I'm here representing represent TCMF, the Tashawn Murphy Foundation, in the absence of its founder, my cousin Taylon Murphy, who sends his apology for not being able to be here because he's out of town. And he sent me and one of our brothers in struggle, born from the Families in Training Program. I just wanted to get that out. I'm here to read the names of some of our fallen this year. From Harlem: John Du Bois, Dominic Allen, Alfredo Johnson, Charbel Azuki, Eddie Council, Brian Cummings, Singe Choi, Ag Asomni, Edgardo Rodriguez, John Umberger, Jalen Duncan, Brandon Brunson, Hector Delgado, Mauricio Duran, Isaiah Brown, Rita Burgess, and last but not least, I'd like to acknowledge Alonzo Georgia and pay homage to his mother, Elaine, who is here. And I just want you to know that you have all our love. Thank you.
Thank you. Come on, Queen.
Thank you. I'm representing New Harlem Renaissance and I'll be reading Damian Calderon. Sure. Also, New Harlem Renaissance, we are geared towards bringing the youth in and teaching them about the arts. We want to bring the arts back to Harlem. We want to keep them off the streets and give them something to be excited about, opportunities where they can make money, especially in this world that's very arts-based. We specialize in podcasting, video production, photography, modeling, you name it, we do it. We have some of our interns here. I just want to thank them for coming out. We have a nice group of teens, and we just keep adding. We're on 125th Street between 5th and Lenox, right smack dab in the middle of the block, smack dab in the middle of Harlem, if I'm not mistaken. And here's the founder, Omar Thompson, and we're here. We're new and we're here. Thank you. Okay, to read another name. Damian Calderon, Paul Gonzalez, Traquan Wingfield, Wesley Vasquez, Angel Cruzada, Antonio Felder, Clayvon Brucker, Danny Trinidad, Jacob Franco, Akebalon Reeves, Anthony Williams, Lavon Harvin, Jacqueline Bellini, Christopher Brooks, Daniel Straker, Jazik Samuels, Anthony Fauntleroy, sorry if I messed that up, and unfortunately my cousin Bernie Pleasant, who passed a few weeks ago. So I just wanted to offer my condolences to the family. Thank you.
Thank you, and we look forward to working with you. Welcome, welcome to this work, welcome to the family. So with that, the names have been read. If there's anybody here who lost someone to gun violence, this is a good time where you can call out their name from right where you are. We can repeat it after you to bring some energy to it, because we don't want to leave anybody out. I don't want you to walk away and say, oh, I should have called my cousin's name out. To put their name in this arena of uplift and hope, for us to remember how many people we lost so that we don't lose another. So if there's, say the name. Narno. Nado. All right, Ashe. Anyone else? Somebody said Tashim? Kwasim. Thank you. What's the other name? Jeffrey Azantes. Jeffrey Azantes. John Graves. To my right. What's her name? Revette Robinson. Okay, family. With that, we're going to call it done. Somebody say done. Done. Peace. And we never do anything without closing with prayer. I'm a Muslim. So that's how we give it up. So I know that Rice may have had to go. Well, you got one on the mic. All right, so I'm just going to make what's a short dua. So I ask Allah God to guide us as we go home, as we walk into our respective blocks and houses and places of worship, that He cover us and bless us, that He prevent violence from entering our homes, that we are able to see our young people even when we've been passing them by. We ask Allah to open up our eyes and see those young people that are suffering around us. Let's not wait to bury them. We ask the Creator to also give us the patience with each other to do this work and to stay positioned firmly in the work, not the glam, the work. And that we see our community as a resource. We ask God to guide each and every hand, each and every mind and mouth and step, so that we... Thank you. Everybody go home safely.